Shri Swami Samarth. Today we are going to introduce about Shri Swami Samarth Maharaj. It's about overview and significance. Shri Swami Samarth Maharaj, he is a Akkalkot Nivasi at the great sage of Akkalkot, also known as Swami Samarth. One who has the power is considered the third incarnation of Lord Dattatreya. Through Swami traveled far and wide, he finally settled in this place called Akkalkot, situated in the Solapur district of Maharashtra, state of India. He resided there for 22 years, where he also chose to leave his body in 1878. Swami Samarth arrived at Akkalkot in 1856 upon receiving an invitation from Chindopanta toll and then stayed on the outskirts of the town. He usually lived in the residence of his disciple Cholappa, where his shrine is presently located. Like Shirdi Sai Baba and Gajanan Maharaj, Swami's origin remains obscure. One time, a disciple asked Swami a question about his birth. Then the Brahman asked Sri Swami Samarth, "Who are you?" Swami replied, "I am Yajurvedi Brahman. My name is Narasimhan. My ancestor is the banyan tree. My native city is Dattanagar. Akkalkot Sri Swami Samarth, Leela Mritra 6061. Yajurveda is one of the four Vedas and one of the scriptures of Hinduism. It is a compilation of formulas for ritual offerings. Swami also said that he was from the clan of Rishi Kashyap and that is his moon sign in Min, that is Pisces. Swami Samartha's devotees consider him to be a same person as a Sri Narasimha Saraswati Maharaj. Now we are going to see the life history of Swami Samartha Maharaj. The beginning of Swami Samartha's incarnation is shrouded in mystery. Sri Narasimha Saraswati in 1378 to 1459, known as an earlier incarnation of Dattatreya, helped and spiritually uplifted many people over a few decades. He then went away to the Himalayas for penance and went into Samadhi. Legend has it that he remained in Samadhi for about 300 years, during which time a giant anthil grew over him and he disappeared to the outside world. His devotees claim that the remained in Samadhi there for 300 years. In the meantime, it is said that a huge anthil was formed around Sri Narasimha Saraswati's body, and now nobody knew that what happened to him afterwards. Years later, a woodcutter accidentally fell on the anthil. The woodcutter was shocked to see blood stains on the axe. What a miracle! A yogi was doing penance in the makeshift cave. The yogi woke up from his trance, slowly opened his eyes, and looked at the woodcutter who was trembling with fear. The yogi started talking to him gently with love. "Child, don't be sad about what happened. The time has come for me to reappear in this world and begin my work. This is God's will." It was not Sri Narasimha Saraswati's form who came out the anthil, but rather another avatar, Sri Swami Samarth. Many devotees of Sri Swami Samarth later noticed that he still had a scar on his thigh from an axe injury. We know from many scriptures that even today many yogis are practicing penance in remote caves in the Himalayas, where they remain a samadhi over the ages with their groups of disciples. After coming out the Anthil, Sri Swami Samarth also started his tour from 1758 to various parts of the Himalayas. After he continued his journey southwards to many other locations in India. Another version of Swami Samarth's first appearance in this world comes from one of his most prominent disciples, Swami Sut Maharaj, who says that Shri Swami Samartha first appeared as an 8-year-old boy in a village called Chil- Chelikheda in the North India. This was said to have happened in the year of 1149. There, Sri Swami revealed himself as an 8-year-old boy who split the earth to play marble with a child named Vijay Singh. As this event took place on the full moon day of the Chaitra month, this day is declared as Sri Swami Samarth's Prakat Din or Manifestation Day every year. When doubt arose as to the variety of this event, which obviously took place many years ago, Sri Swami Samarth himself proved it to totally true. Akkalkot Sri Swami Samarth Lila Mrit 48-49. Swami Maharaj was a superhuman with a luster that was divine and brilliant. He was graced with long arms extending down his knees. Such a luster of divine brilliance emanated from his body that no one could look at his directly. No one could look at him directly. He had a fair complexion, a long straight nose, curved eyebrows, long ears, broad chest, thighs like a banana tree, and lotus like feet. He had a sandal mark on his forehead and his arms. He usually would wear a loin cloth. Sometimes Sri Swami could remove and throw away the loin cloth and go naked, Digambara Avastha. Sometimes he would wear an ear cap. At other times he would wear a red echri costume. Sri Swami would always look very graceful. The nature of Sri Swami Samartha Maharaj was simple and straightforward. He was like a child. He was very generous, very kind to the devotees, and always showed love towards his devotees. He would treat everyone equally without any difference. Swami Maharaj would sometimes sleep on a bed, at times on stone. Sometimes there would be a insignia royalty with elephants and horses, but sometimes he would sit on a heap of rubbish. He would sometimes take a bath several times a day, but at other times he would not take a bath for 8 days. Sometimes he stayed in a palace, but sometimes on the veranda of a temple. He would sometimes sleep on a coat and sometimes in a pit. In all locations and under all circumstances, he was observed in himself. Sri Swami was temperate in speech and occasionally adopted silence. At other times, he could be very outspoken and shower abuses. Whether a person was rich, honorable, or even a woman, Sri Swami would speak directly and clearly and expose them openly if necessary. His speech would be either indicative or symbolic. Maloji Raje Bhosle, the king of the Akkalkot regime at that time, was initially a devotee of Sri Narasimha Saraswati and Maharaj and usually went to Gangapur to attend celebrations. Once he received a visionary insight where Sri Narasimha Saraswati, Sri Guru told him, I have already moved to the reside in Akkalkot, then why are you coming in Gangapur? From that day onwards, King Maloji Raje started rendering his devotional service to the Sri Swami Samarth at Akkalkot. Like this, there have been innumerable occasions where Sri Guru appeared to his devotees in visions and dreams, asking them to go to Swami Samarth for he had moved to Akkalkot and they could pay their respects in person there. Once the priest at Rameshwaram in Tamil Nadu was collecting money from uh, pilgrims who wanted to take bath in the holy waters of the Kotikup Tirtha. The miracle performed at Koti Tirtha. There is a Tirtha called Kodi Tirtha in the Rameshwaram temple. Bathing in his Tirtha is very auspicious. So many devotees comes to bath there every day. The pujaris were there also very greedy like the pujari in Narayan Sarovar. Devotees who come there were not allowed to bath if they did not pay. One day Sri Swami Samarth went there to take a bath and they asked him to pay like everyone else. To this Sri Swami said, I am a sadhu. Will I have money? God given water should be available to all. Sri Swami advised in a pleading tone that there should be no difference between those who have money and those who do not. The priests did not let him in because of their arrogance. Sri Swami angrily said, What for whatever virtue everyone is bathing here, the virtue will no longer be there. And then he left. The priests did not care about what he was saying. However, after Swami left, the tirth became full of worms and started to sting. Even after they performed many abhishekams and pujas, there was no change. The priest went to Sri Geri and met Sri Shankaracharya to narrate what had happened. Shankaracharya learned in meditation that this had happened because they had insulted a sadhu. Shankaracharya also realized that the visitor was not an ordinary sadhu but a Mahapurush and an incarnation of Lord Dattatreya. He told the priest to go to the apologists immediately and send them away. On reaching the town, they wandered in search of Sri Swami Samarth. They couldn't find him anywhere and eventually found the Rameshwaram Jyotirling itself manifested in the form of Sri Swami. Sri Swami looked at them and asked, Was the trip to Srinagiri good? Have you seen Shankaracharya? Upon hearing this, they prostrated, prostrated themselves before him and asked for his forgiveness. Sri Swami, the epitome of mercy, forgave them and gave them some advice. You are noble priests who have to wipe away the sorrows of the devotees. You should fulfill your duties with devotion and diligence without collecting money from anyone. With his perfect blessings, the Tirth regained its sanctity. Akkalkot Sri Swami Samarth Lilamrut 72-73 page. During his extensive travels, Swami became popular by various names at various places. Thus, in the place he was known as Chanchal Bharti, and another location he would be called Digambara Swami. Before finally setting at Akkalkot, Swami Samarth was powerful masters who created powerful disciples like Shankar Maharaj, Gajanan Maharaj, Jangli Maharaj, etc. He treated Muslims, Christians, and Parsis alike. He always bestowed his kindness on the poor, needy, and people at the longest rung of society. After serving the poor, curing and sick, and helping the spiritual seekers over a few decades, Swami Samarth suddenly announced that the time had come for him to leave his physical existence by the Hindu calendar. His departure happened at the Chaitra Shuddha Trayodashi Shake 1800, that is 1800, that is in 1878 AD, Tuesday at 4 pm. At that time, he seated himself in Padmasana, that is in lotus posture, and uttered his last words: "No one should weep. I shall always be present at all places, and I shall respond to every call of the devotees." Tradition holds that when he took Samadhi, his soul split into one part merged with the banyan tree, which is now worshipped as his Samadhi. The other merged with Sai Baba of Shirdi. The same of Sai Baba grew far and wide right after the merger. Maharaja's famous words are printed on the back of many taxis in Mumbai. भिऊ नकोस मी तुझ्या पाठीशी आहे. Fear not, I am always with you. It means, fear not, I am always with you. His promise before departure to continue as a Shirdi Sai. Just before he had left his gross body, one devotee named Keshav Nayak, emotionally charged, asked Maharaj, "Since you are going, who will give us protection?" Swami Samarth gave him a pair of his sandals to worship and told him, "In the future, I will be staying in Shirdi in district Ahmednagar. Nowadays, it's called as Ahilyanagar." Another devotee, Krishna Ali Bangakar, decided to go to Akkalkot and worship the Padukas, sandals of Swami Samarth. After that, he got a dream appearance of Swami Samarth, who told him, "Now I am staying at Shirdi. Go there and worship me." Bankar went to Shirdi, where he stayed for 6 months. Later, when he wanted to take a leave of Sri Sai and go to Akkalkot again, Sri Sai told him, "What is there in Akkalkot? The Maharaj of Akkalkot is staying right here." Bankar then realized no difference existed between Sri Swami Samarth and Sri Sai Baba of Shirdi. As they recalled his earlier dream, the divine game, that is Leela, of Swami Samarth did not end with his mahasamadhi, shedding his mortal coil. His devotees continues to experience the miracles of his visible and invisible help. Even Mukunda Hanumante, in his Swami Samarth Biography book, A Glimpse of Divinity, states that there is no direct credible evidence for the woodcutter story. Instead, he supports and provides evidence that Sri Swami Samarth manifested himself as a young lad of 8 years old around 1137 AD and carried out his divine mission silently until his appearance in Akkalkot, Maharashtra in the mid-19th century. Whichever version is correct, the origin of the life of this great Dattatreya avatar is mysterious. Tradition and Gurus. Sri Swami Samarth Maharaj had ordered his youngest and dearest disciple Sri Ramananda Bidkar Maharaj of Pune to propagate the Swarup Sampradaya. Swarup Sampradaya is a religious sect wherein the aspirant concentrates on the viewing the Atman or the soul. The Swarup Sampradaya is a very ancient tradition with Lord Shiva as the first Guru. Lord Shiva first initiated Goddess Parvati into Swarup Sampradaya. Later, this tradition continued in history with the initiation of Lord Vishnu, Lord Brahma, sages Vasishtha, Shukdev, etc. This tradition further continued with masters such as Sri Govindapad, Sri Jagadguru, Adi Shankaracharya, Sri Vidyan Swami, Sri Krishna Saraswati, and Shrimad Narasimha Saraswati, up to Sri Swami Samarth, the incarnation of Lord Dattatreya. And his teaching is Words of Wisdom by Swami Samarth. Once having met a supreme master, the seeker should continuously meditate upon his master, serve him with devotion, and pay utmost attention to this spiritual advice as if every word coming from his lips were a mantra. Have a firm belief that God alone exists in every seen and unseen thing in this universe. Earn your livelihood though since efforts. When you come across an able guide on the path of spirituality, try to gain as much knowledge and advice from him as possible. No master will share the divine knowledge on his own, as no farm will yield crops on its own. Then next thing where the Swami teaches us, while following spiritual practices, if you gain spiritual powers, do not fall prey to the lure of using them to show miracles. The next is the conduct of people treading the spiritual path should be pure and righteous. The next was, since the final goal of all religious faith and sects preaching divine knowledge in the same, all sects and faiths are birds of the same feather. The next was Vedic spiritual scriptures composed by rishis, that is seers, should be read and repeated. The next one is, try to purify your mind as you try to maintain the external sanctity of the body. Then do actions without expecting any rewards. The next is, book knowledge alone will not lead you to self realization. Try to put the acquired knowledge into practice. Points to ponder. Work is a worship. Execute all actions, including mental, as garlands of fresh, fragrant, and colorful flowers as offerings to the divine. The next is, unwind from the endless binding law of karma by detaching from the expected results of your actions and by denouncing pride of doorships. The greatest goal of human existence is to realize the iris- irrestis- what is this? Irresistible glory of the enchanting radiant self and easily enjoy infinite bliss, ananda, through sahaj samadhi. Patience is the greatest virtue for worldly and spiritual success. Be patient. The next is on sadhanas. Cultivate and field and harvest the crop. Next is hurt no one and help everyone, because inside everyone I am the only one. The next is constantly shred your ego. Next is the light of the self is your indweller. Realize this indwelling light of self. Effulgence intelligently. The next is fear never, as the divine is ever near. Scared practices and sadhana. About the scared practices and sadhana, a few common mantras commemorating Swami Samarth are Om Abhyadata Shri Swami Samarth Namaha, Anantakoti Brahmand Nayak Rajadhiraj Yogiraj Shri Swami Samarth Maharaj ki Jai. Next is Maharaj Shri Swami Samarth Jai Jai Swami Samarth. Akkalkot Maharaja's Aarti you can found in Marathi on the next channel. The next is Swami Samarth Tarak Mantra. That one is Nishank ho, Nirbhay ho, Manare. You will find it on Google or everywhere. You can search as Sri Swami Samarth Tarak Mantra. Sri Swami Samarth Tarak Mantras sung by many phenomenons and many singers and devotees. You can chant it on daily basis to increase your positivity and inspiration towards your goals, achievements, or for your mental health also. These sadhana and practices should be done by everyone in the, like, you can, if you are child, if you are adult, or if you are more than this, any girl, female, or anyone can chant these miracles. Swami Samarth performed immeasurable miracles during his lifetime, many of which were narrated by his disciples. These miracles had one purpose: to instill faith in the skeptical minds, to restore wavering faith, and to proclaim the existence of divine power beyond the comprehension of your human senses and mind. Through miracles, he saved many devotees, relieved their sufferings, and conferred his grace, while the ultimate purpose was to reinforce their devotion and faith in divine powers, taking them into the path of God. Here are few examples taken from Akkalkot Sri Swami Samarth Lilamrut, a comprehensive collection of Sri Swami's Leelas and miracles. Saving a devotee from death. The one is the saving devotee from death. Baba Sahib Jadhav and Sri Swami Samarth. Government officer Baba Sahib Jadhav had no children when he asked Sri Swami Samarth permission for his second marriage after the death of his wife. Sri Swami Samarth did not grant him it. He surrendered his property to Sri Swami and took refuge with Sri Swami Samarth wearing just a loin cloth. One time Sri Swami Samarth was at a fuel store near Sarkarwada. It was 12th noon and Sri Swami said, Baba Sahib Kumbhar, the nickname of Maharaj, gave him, a cheat has come in your name. Baba Sahib was very afraid after hearing Sri Swami's words. After this, he saw a very aggressive looking being. Baba Sahib held Sri Swami Samarth's feet tightly and said, Maharaj, my only desire is to render service to you to the extent that my mind is satisfied. Don't send me away now. Sri Swami Samarth took pity to him and sent back the cheat. Then there was a big bull standing in front of them. Go over to that bull, he said. The bull immediately fell dead and Baba Sahib's life was spared. Akkalkot Sri Swami Samarth Lilamrut, page number 277278. Omen sense. Distribution of Vishnu Bua Brahmachari's ego. Vishnu Bua Brahmachari from Bombay was a great scholar, skilled in the Hari Katha and Pravachan. He did not believe in idol worship. After much efforts, Vishnu Bua reached Akkalkot Palace along with 3 Parsis and delivered many discourses. One day, he gave a long discourses in the presence of Sri Swami Samarth. Finally, he asked Sri Swami, how is union with Brahman possible? Sri Swami remained silent. Bua thought that Sri Swami was ignorant and had gotten famous by making some magic. He also thought himself to be a greater scholar than Sri Swami. After the discourse was over, Bua went back to the palace where he was staying in Akkalkot with his Parsi friends that night. While sleeping and dreamed of 1,000 scorpions stinging him. I am dead, I am dead, he exclaimed. His Parsi friends who were sleeping near him woke him up and inquired about what had happened. Bua came to his senses and realized that this was the result of mistaking Sri Swami for being an ignorant man. The next morning, Bua went with the Parsi friends again to Sri Swami Samarth Maharaj for a Vedanta discourse again and asked Sri Swami, how is it possible to unite with the Brahman? By what means or efforts make it possible? This time Maharaj shouted, you fool, you talk about Vedanta, but you cry out in fear because a scorpion has stung you in for your dream. You are only wise in words. It is too easy to become united with Brahman. What kind of yogi have you become by talking about Vedanta? Educated fool, you have become a spiritual speaker. Go back the way you came. Bua was deeply humiliated when he reached his home. Bua realized that Sri Swami Maharaj was a Mahapurush and an avatar. Akkalkot Sri Swami Samarth Lilamrut 1 to 1, 122. The next is blessing a farmer devotee. Swami would daily travel from Gangapur to the confluence of Bhima Amarja rivers for a bath. While he was going back and forth from the Sangam, a farmer was whose field was on the way always offered his prostrations at the lotus feet at Maharaj, since the farmer would offer his salutation twice daily on his way to the Sangam and pack his devotional feelings towards Swami started taking deeper roots. Several months passed and the farmer fully realized that his life conditions had started improving in all respects due to his intense devotion towards Swami Samarth. One day, while Swami was going to the Sangam, the farmer saluted him as usual. Swami asked that, do you want? The farmer said, what do you want? The farmer said, I have sowed millet seeds in the field. I kindly pray to you to step my field and bless the land and crop with the touch of your lotus feet. Swami stepped in the field, after which the crops grew abundantly and were likely to be ready for harvesting within a few days. One day Swami told him, I am going to the Sangam to take a bath. By the time I return, his crop harvested completely. Since the farmer had total devotion towards Swami, he started harvesting the crop. No sooner had he started cutting the crop, his wife, his children began to cry. Even the people of that village started advising him against doing so, but there was no use. By the time Swami returned from the Sangam, the farmer had cut the crop entirely and cleaned up the field. When Swami returned and saw the empty field, he said, oh, I had told you jokingly, but you really have cut down the entire crop. So saying, Maharaj went away. Within a few days after this incident there was a torrential rain in the village. The rice crops in the all other fields of the village were completely ruined, and the surprise of the villagers, this farmer's field began to sprout all over. This time, by the blessings of Maharaj, the farmer harvested 10 times more crop than usual. He was elevated and even donated enough corn to the Brahmins and brought back plenty of the remaining corn. Everybody in that village honored the faith and devotion of the farmer. The next was miraculous healing. Sakhu, a woman from Junnar near Pune, was suffering from leprosy. The effect of the disease was increasing day by day, and she was agony as no other treatment methods had worked. One day, a sadhu named Charandas came to her for bhiksha. When she told him about her situation, he said, Mother, there is a powerful sadhu named as Swami Samarth Maharaj in Akkalkot. Seeing him will cure your illness without wasting time. Leave immediately to see him. Sakhu took her daughter and went to Akkalkot. On that day, Sri Swami was sitting in the Khandoba temple. Sakhu was standing with folded hands after receiving the darshan of Sri Swami. Sakhu, you have experienced a mountain of hardship. It is good that you have come here, as Charandas said. rub this white stone and apply it all over your body. Shri Swami blessed her. She used to take bhikshas and eat while rendering service to Shri Swami. After receiving the darshan of Shri Swami, she was given the Tirth Prasad. She rubbed a white stone and applied it all over her body. After a month, her body had turned golden. The disease was completely cured. Then she received permission from Shri Swami and went back to her native town. There was no better savior than Sri Swami Samarth for relieving the suffering of the poor. That is why everyone praised him as the mother of all orphans. Akkalkot Sri Swami Samarth Lilamrut. And so on. We will take many these kind of experiences from all the devotees of Sri Swami Samarth Maharaj. Till then, stay tuned. We will meet again for the same what you. Then you have to chant every time, every seconds of your life, Shri Swami Samartha, Shri Swami Samartha. This is a Shadakshari mantra which is very powerful, and you can chant the Tarak mantra which is available on Google also. So, Shri Swami Samartha.